Well, if there's water in the farm fields, then you could say there's gold in them thar hills. A startup company spawned by research at the University of Arkansas has made it over the proverbial hump. Springdale-based NanoMech is using microscopic nanotechnology to make a lot of things you use last longer, work better, and save money. I sat down with NanoMech CEO and Chairman Jim Phillips recently to learn more about this company made in Arkansas.
We're obviously a nano, and most people don't even really understand nano, what it is, but it's a metric, and it's a billionth of a meter, which is about 1/10,000th of a human hair. So it's small, very small. And because it's small, what we do is we don't split atoms, we sort of move atoms around. And when you do, it gives you the ability to basically make anything better, cheaper, more durable, last longer, and maybe do some things that have never been done before. So it's an exciting field of science.
NanoMech makes a product called ToughTech that is a coating applied to cutting equipment to keep it in use longer and to make it more durable. With ToughTech coating, those materials can last 3 times to 10 times longer. Another product is called NanoGlide, which suspends nanoparticles in oil or lubricants to keep wind blades or gears or machinery working better. According to studies, it extends the life of those lubricants by another 30 to 40%. A third NanoMech product is NGuard, a spray used in one application for body armor for the U.S. military. NGuard kills more than 99% of bacteria in that armor. It can also be injected in wood products to eliminate mold and mildew. And a fourth product, Element X, could be the most transformative of all of NanoMech's inventions.
Element X is where we use a reactor, and it simulates in the reactor basically outer space to the extent that there's no pressure, there's no oxygen. And then we introduce thermals in there, such as the difference between minus 500 degrees and plus 2,000 degrees. And we create a gas condensation evaporative process that's very proprietary, that takes any metal that you put into the reactor and it powderizes it down to nano size. So, a little bottle that full would be about 600 trillion different particles. And when you do that, everything changes in terms of its behavior as a element. So if you take aluminum, chain link fence, what have you, and you put it through our reactor, when it comes out the other side, it's so powderized that we can now turn it into solid rocket fuel for companies like NASA. So it really totally changes the element table as you know it. We take selenium and drop selenium in, which is to most people it's kind of like a rock when you first see it. But we take selenium, put it in the machine. When it comes out the other side, we could take a pound of the powder there and mix it with water, spread it over, just spray it over 60 acres, and take literally sterile land and bring it back to where it's very, very fertile. And you won't need fertilizers, insecticides, and so forth.
Chain link fences into rocket fuel, a pound of powderized rock into a refurbished field of food. Sounds like science fiction, but it's not. The research that serves as the base for NanoMech's products has been taking place at the University of Arkansas for nearly a decade, but the competition is the modern-day equivalent of an international moon race.
You're seeing huge centers go up for research in places like Shanghai, Beijing, where billions of dollars are at work to try and win the race for nanoscience for, in effect, those countries, and then move it, transfer it into commercialization. So in the U.S., for instance, we have right here in Arkansas, up at the University of Arkansas, the new Nano Research Institute, right at 100,000 square feet, that opens next month in May. And it will house some of the best scientists from around the world in nanoscience, researchers, students, professors, and even interns, which gives companies like NanoMech a great supply of those scientific researchers to utilize in our business.
That's Jim Phillips, Chairman and CEO of Springdale-based NanoMech. Now, keep your eye on this firm. It is certainly at the center of some revolutionary breakthroughs. Now, we think so highly of their future that Talk Business named NanoMech the winner of the 2011 One to Watch Award, which spotlights Arkansas companies that could transform the economic landscape not only in the state, but internationally.